Hello, so today I'm bringing you a video about the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. I decided to go with this chip because I know the 9800X3D has been out, but I decided to go for this CPU because yeah, the Ryzen 7 98 X3D is nowhere to be found right now, so and I saw this on a very good price on this website that I have a coupon on. I had like a massive Black Friday coupon and discounts, like it was crazy. So altogether, it brought the CPU to $350 basically. So it was a no-brainer to get it. It was from a local store here. So it already had a price of 400 and I would say 460, but I had like again I had like a coupon like in-store credit. Like I bought something and instead of like getting a refund, I chose like in-store credit, so I used that to put it through towards the CPU, so that made it even cheaper. So I managed to get it for a real cheap price thanks to that. And to be honest with you, I saw a lot of benchmarks and testing, and obviously I'm not playing a 1080p resolution. I am playing ultra wide. I have a 3440 by, let me just show you the monitor right here. 3440 by 1440p, an ultra wide monitor. That's the resolution I'm going to be playing in. I'm not going to do 1080p, which the difference between those two processors would be noticeable. So yeah, it really doesn't matter. Like mostly it's gonna be in this resolution. I did saw that there is still quite some differences, but again, those differences happens on games that I don't play anyway. So I'm mostly gonna play like RPG games, which I heard that the 3D variants are excel in. Like it's really good for RPG games and everything. So that's cool. Open worlds and stuff like that. So basically, I'm going to be playing on this monitor, not 1080p. So I didn't see why would I need to. Okay, first of all, there is no 9800X 3D. It's out of stock anywhere. You cannot find it anywhere. And if it's available somewhere, it's through a scalper that takes like 5 times the money for it above the MSRP, which is $479. So that's no way. I'm not gonna pay that much for a CPU that's not that good, like not really that more good than this one. So I decided to get this one because the differences were not like mind blowing, like life changing. Like there is no, it wasn't necessary. So therefore, I got this thing, and I do love the 7000 series. I think that the 9000 series is a bit of a disappointing experience, to be honest. So it leaves people on the short end of that stick. I mean, it's better than the Intel. If you compare it to Intel, it's amazing, but still, I wouldn't. I would skip the 9000 personally. I would get this chip if you're only gaming. If you're mostly or only gaming, I would try to get this one, the 7800 X3D, if it's at a good price. So that's why I decided to get this CPU for now, and maybe I could incorporate this CPU in an SFF build or something. I could move it around. That's the beauty about desktops. You can do whatever the hell you want, right? So yeah, that's why I just decided to get this because the 9000, there is no need to wait for it. Even if it comes back in stock, it's gonna be more expensive and not that much more. You won't benefit that much more of it, to be honest, especially on higher resolutions. Not really. This one is still the most efficient gaming CPU in the market because I also check efficiency. It's also very important to me. It's a little bit hotter in terms of temperature compared to the 9800X3D, but I can handle that. I mean, there are a lot of things to do about it, so it's not a problem. and I am gonna be using a massive cooler for it. I have the Phantom Spirit Evo over here, so I will be installing that one. Yeah, so it's gonna be cool. But yeah, I also saw that the 9800 X3D is a little bit better in productivity, but I am running a dual computer setup. One side is gonna be for work. I have the 7950X in there, the Ryzen 9 7950X is gonna be, I'm gonna be moving it on this side. This side is gonna be for gaming. I have also the 7900 XTX. Yeah, so this graphics card is gonna be used with the 7800 X3D, and the 7950X will be moved right here for work. I have a 2K monitor for it, so it's also getting a pretty good setup by itself, but it's mostly gonna be for work. So you see, I don't really need the 9800 X3D for the productivity part too, because I have a productivity CPU as well. I'm running a dual setup, so doesn't really matter. Might as well just get something amazing for gaming, something perfect for gaming, which is this CPU right here. So that is why I decided to go for it. Cheaper, available, all these good stuff. So that's it. So yeah, more efficient too. Yeah, and not that much far behind the 98 X3D. That's my reasoning for it. And to be honest, I feel like the 9000 was I wouldn't say a flop, but it's just like not that worth to get, like all of the 9000 in my opinion. I think the 7000 is the way to go and wait to Zen 6 or something. It's pretty disappointing to say, because AMD, come on, you had 2 years to come up with something good that you could have smashed Intel. They already deleted Intel, like, let's be honest, but still, I think that they could have done something even better. So, but yeah, that doesn't matter. Let's move on. I'm going to open the box right here, and we'll take a closer look on the CPU. And I will be installing it into the Asus ROG X670E-E, this motherboard. I already have this motherboard. If you already noticed, I made a video about it. That's why I'm not making a video about this one, because there is already a video about this motherboard. But yeah, I ended up getting the same motherboard. It was an amazing sale, I guess, because of all of the X870, which is totally useless. It's more useless than getting the 9000 series CPUs. Like, seriously, if you're considering like an AM5 build, I would just stick to the 700 series and the X670 or B650 chipset. Like, don't overspend. Do me a favor and don't overspend. There is no need. It's really not necessary. It's not like a miracle kind of gaming performance or productivity performance. You won't see like a night and day performance. No way. Not by a long shot. It's pretty damn close to each other, and it's just better to get like a 7000 CPU and this kind of chipset, the X670 or the B650. So yeah, I got this motherboard. Great connectivity still. I don't really need USB 4, but if you really need it, there is a Thunderbolt connector over here. You just get like something that supports it, and yeah, like, they don't have USB 4 on a Type A, and I mostly use Type A devices, so why the hell would I need a USB 4? It's only on USB-C, and I don't really use that much of USB-C devices, so to the point where I need like the speeds of the USB 4, so it's completely useless for me. And more M.2, bro, I'm only running one M.2 and one regular SSD. I'm not like trying to have all the freaking M.2 in the world. I mean, I think they really went overboard with some of the design. I mean, some people like it, sure, not me. For me, I'm only gonna use the chipset M.2 because I don't have PCIe Gen 5. That's also a waste of money. Like, you don't need a Gen 5. Like, PCIe Gen 4 M.2 is plenty good enough. You don't need that kind of speed. You don't even have a appropriate cooler for, like, they need to come out with motherboards that can support these M.2. Like, these things really get hot as hell. and the heatsink on the current motherboard is not enough. Even if they give you that gigantic heatsink in the X670E, it's still, I heard that it's still not enough. Maybe this one is, but I don't know. I don't know. I know that stock ones are not. But anyway, I just, yeah. There are some things that technology that the latest and great, the latest is not always the greatest. Yes, it offers like a massive uplift, like it offers like not massive, it offers like uplifts, like maybe smaller uplifts. That's not really worth it. Hence why it's not the greatest. So I wouldn't jump in to get like the latest technology, the latest features, the latest this. No, I would sit back, check my numbers, see if it's worth it, if I actually need this thing, which I don't. So, yeah. Anyway, that was my little rant about all the new stuff from AMD, which doesn't make any sense to get, to be honest, like if we're honest, but it's okay. That's just me. That's my opinion and what I like. Maybe it would serve some people, some other people, and their needs, but it's my needs. I don't need that. So, moving forward, let's open the box and take a look at the CPU and everything. Yeah, let's see how it looks like. Okay, so basically you just have to cut this tape. I already did that because I can do that with both of my hands. And this part comes open. And then you just lift this thing up right here. And you get the, well, I didn't want to get the whole thing out, but I just wanted this. Sure. And there you go. The 7800 X3D. You get a sticker. The back is pretty cool. Yeah, standard AM5 stuff. Yeah. Let's see if I can open that in one hand. Take a closer look. Yeah. Okay, let me just grab it by the edges. There you go, baby. There it is. Yep. Regular stuff, yeah. But it's gonna be installed over here. And I will be running it later. So basically, that's pretty much it. That's the video about the AMD. You get like this thing over here. Like installation instructions. Warranty information for AMD socket and processor, M5 processor. Just a bunch of bull, I think. You know, what you get with every processor information card. I guess they have to do that. You also get like something, says like a card, says AMD Red Team. Yeah. I'm going like full on Team Red on this one. I mean, Intel is messed up. Like, don't even get me started about Intel. Intel is gone, bro. Like, there is nobody. If anybody's smart enough about computers, like, you would know that Intel is bad news. So let me just open up like this thing over here. Oh shit! Need to be careful. Yeah, everything is all right. And we'll just drop this baby. Now I will replace this one. I'm getting the thermal right, and it's installed. But yeah, so as I said, now I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna be installing the thermal right bracket, the contact frame. So I'll be back in a second. But yeah, that's how it looks like when it's installed. I'm gonna be picking this back up once I install the cooler and the bracket, the cooler, everything. So the memory. So yeah, we'll catch this video later. We'll catch back up later, and yeah, I want to see how it boots up and everything. So yeah, I already did the BIOS flashback. I used the USB over here. I have a designated USB for that stuff, but basically you just plug it into that little thing that says BIOS over here. This USB on the back. You can practically, I think you can plug it to any USB Type A that you want. But they have like a BIOS. Maybe it's easier for them to detect this thing. I don't know. I just plugged it over there, and over here you have a button. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. that says BIOS flashback with circular kind of two pointing arrows. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, I had to wait about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, 5-7 minutes for it to do, because this motherboard, it came straight out of, I think they like it had like the one of the first versions of the BIOSes, whatever. Yeah, I think it had like the first version or something. I don't know, but yeah, it upgraded to version. If you're on ASUS board, and yeah, it's the latest version is 2506 for the ROG Strix E-E. I believe it's some for all the other Strix, but I don't know. Don't quote me with that. I'm not sure. But for this board is 2506. That's the latest version of today. So I updated it, and it should be working easily with of course, like this. I believe like this worked with way previous versions, but I just updated it to the latest one. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to install the cooler, memory, check it out, pick it back up later, see how it looks like, and all that good stuff. All right, see you for now. Okay, so I got everything assembled, the cooler, put the memory in. There was no way to get the front fan. It looked horrible, and I didn't want it to optimize this cooler this way, so I think it still looks pretty sick. I mean, there's no need for RGB on the cooler. I'd rather have the RGB on the memory. And well, this is a 64 gigabyte kit. For gaming, it's way overkill, I know, but for the workstation over there, I have like a 96 gigabyte kit, so it was either this or that. So I really don't like this. Would be mega overkill, but yeah, so I went with the 64 gigabyte kit over here. It's a really slow memory, but it shouldn't be a problem. Like but yeah, like maybe in the future I'll get a faster one. So let's just I plugged everything in, so we should be good. Let me just check it out. I got the display, got my USB hub with the keyboard and mouse connected. Power. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I'm just gonna like power this on. Okay, we have activity on the motherboard, and I have this button over here. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna do the memory training stuff. And I want to see that the BIOS flashback worked. But yeah, for now it's gonna do the memory training bullshit that it does on AM5. Alright, it keeps going. That was fairly fast. I forgot to put a speaker in this, but yeah, it's updating. Okay, it keeps the updates. Like it updates the me and probably the RGB stuff. Alright, that's good. So we have a sign of life. It means that it partially, like it worked in terms of like firmware, you know, the like the motherboard firmware side of things. Like the me and the RGB, what is it called? The Aura, I think. The Aura RGB firmware update, that needs to be when the PC is turned on. Like when it's after like BIOS, you know, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's beyond the BIOS flashback, as you can see. Yeah, BIOS is updating the LED firmware, as you can see over there. That's what I meant. So it actually requires you to turn on the PC after you do the BIOS flashback. That's what I mean. So yeah. All right, so it's booting up. Let's wait. So I guess the memory training is faster on lower capacity kits. Obviously, I mean, that makes sense. All right, new CPU installed, FTPM and PSP, NV corrupted or blah 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 blah. Structure change. Press Y to reset. FTPM if you have a new BitLocker, blah blah blah. To keep. Now we're just gonna reset. Click Y. Because there is nothing there. I mean, it's a new motherboard and everything, so it shouldn't matter, but let it reset. It doesn't matter. I don't have a BitLocker stuff on my Windows 10. Actually, I'm gonna do a fresh install I still didn't update or install the new Windows 24 H2, so that would be a good time to do it with this new processor. So yeah, it says please enter the setup required by settings, new CPU installed. Please enter the setup to configure your system. When the rate configuration was made, blah blah blah. F1, yeah, F1. All right, so the BIOS flashback is it worked, and we're in the BIOS. 7800X3D, 8 core. Yeah, 64 gigabyte RAM. I know overkill again. I told you I have a 96. It's either that or 96. I don't need 96. It's gonna be for the workstation. All right, so we see that I also installed the Phantom Spirit, and the ARGB on it seems to work. You just can't see it really well because it's inside, but I think it's cool. Like, I like the effect that it has, like ARGB through the fan grills over here. I think it's pretty cool, that effect. I like it. I think it's better this way. But maybe in the future I could get like a faster kit of RAM, and I would get like a G-Skill. I know the Trident Z, they actually fit the cooler, and you can actually have the fan in front with the Trident Z kit. So maybe I could do that. It doesn't matter right now. So yeah. So I think that's pretty much it for this part. I'm still gonna like continue this video. I want to finish this when I installed this motherboard, this kit into my desk PC, which is gonna be on this side, because I have room for two computers. Like, this side is gonna be gaming. Like, it's gonna be gaming on this side with the 7900 XTX, and over here, I know it's a mess. I use it for storage now, but it's not gonna be this way. There is no way. But over here you have another space for, as you can see, there is a motherboard tray, some wires from the previous attempt on this, but right now I'm gonna make it right. But yeah, always like basically here I'm gonna put the PC that's there, excluding the graphics card, of course. Over there I have the 7950X, which is my workstation processor. Is gonna be right here, and it's also gonna be used for streaming, because I also have the Elgato HD 60X. I don't know if you can see it, so I could also stream with this thing, so it's pretty cool. And I have like a Ugreen USB hub with a switcher node, so I can also just use one keyboard and mouse. No need for two. So that's gonna work out pretty great. So, but yeah, I'm gonna stop this part of this video right now. And once I put everything together inside the desk, I'm gonna like show you how it looks like and everything, and we'll do the close up, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, see you later. So I got everything assembled. This is a continuation, obviously, for the 7800X3D video that I made, the unboxing video. It's installed right here inside my PC desk case. Chinese. I ordered it from Alibaba, of course. You've seen the videos about this desk before. But yeah, so this is a dual setup, like one side for gaming, the other side is for my work, content creation, productivity, work, whatever that I may need. So it's all AMD build. Like, by all AMD, I mean everything uses AMD, like the graphics card, the CPUs, both of them. So what we have on this side is the 7800X3D that I'm currently unboxing, that I have unboxed in this video, along with the 7900 XTX, 64 gigabyte RAM, of course, or Platinum. They're running at 6,000 mega transfers. The motherboard is a ROG Strix X670E-E, and I know some people would wonder why I didn't went with the 9800X3D. I explained it in the beginning of the video. Also, why I got this chipset over the X870 because it's a waste of money in my opinion, and this motherboard was on a great sale, a Black Friday sale, so I bought it right away. Yeah, the power supply on this side is an HX1500i. Yes, overkill, uber ultra overkill, I know. Let's move over to this side. I know this video was meant to be about the CPU, but you know, you're already here. The desk is already here, so might as well just explain what we have under the hood over here. So on this side, this is my content creation, work, virtualization, whatever it is, PC. The power supply on this side is an HX1000, also overkill for this setup by Corsair. It's platinum, obviously. Yeah, the coolers, both of the coolers, I didn't mention the cooler on this one. It's just a Thermal Ride Phantom Spirit 120 Evo, the newer version, and this one used the Phantom Spirit, the regular Phantom Spirit 120, which is nice to differentiate between them. Yeah, and also I didn't mention the storage. Over here I just have like a Samsung and 990, no 980, yeah, 980 Pro. Just the 500 gigabytes for the system. I don't need any more than that. And I also have 4 terabyte regular 2.5 SSD, just the SATA one. And I have some Chinese brand King Diane SSD 2 terabyte for this machine, for my work machine, because I don't need that much more. I'm not gonna use it for gaming or anything. It's just for work. So yeah, that should be enough. I also have like my NAS, so this machine is connected to the NAS with the network and everything. So just I need to save, if I need to save projects or whatever, I just drag it to my NAS over here, or my directed chat storage over there. It's cool. I'm prepared to deal with whatever. Yeah. So the CPU on this side is the 7950X, the Ryzen 9. Previous generation 2, no need for the newer generation, waste of money. That's my reasoning. The memory here is a G-Skill 96 gigabyte Trident Z. Yeah, a lot of memory, but this would be good because I really need a lot of memory on this system. So this thing is not overkill for what I use. I use a lot of emulation, encoding, video editing, all in once. Sometimes all in one, so I do need a lot of memory for this one. So this actually does make sense to get this one, to get this memory for if you do what I do on my work machine. So it's pretty good. The motherboard is also a ROG Strix X670E-E, so I got both identical motherboards. It's cool. And the graphics card on here is a 7800 XT, also a Sapphire Nitro. Both of them are Sapphire Nitro Plus. Just this one is a 7900 XTX, and this is a 78 XT. Yeah, and I got this thing to power on your computer remotely by Tuya. I don't know, something, a PCIe thing, controlled by the phone. This computer also have this, but the USB version, it's under the desk. I hid it, you cannot see it. Instead you have this external HBA that I'm using to connect to my yeah, direct attached storage over there. So yeah, that way I have more storage for games, like a lot more storage for games, even though I already have 4 terabyte over here, but I wanted some more storage for games and whatnot. About 200 terabyte worth. That's a lot, yeah, I know, crazy. So the M.2 on this machine is yeah, it's just like a data XPG 512 Gen 3, really slow, I know, but I don't need anything more than that for this machine. This machine would be just fine with it. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be just fine. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, the fans in this case, all of them are there is like 18 fans, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 7 8 9 and 10 11 12. Yeah, 18, yeah. 18 Corsair LL fans. All of them are like running on a memory Commander Core XT. I'm running them on a memory setting. I don't want to mess with IQ software. I don't really like the IQ software, so I mainly keep it shut off. I do have it installed on my computers, but it's not running automatically. It's just shut off by default, and whenever on the off chance that I do need it, I have it installed, but mostly I run it by memory. So yeah, everything here is synced to the memory, and this is my color scheme, like Ryzen and Radeon, orange and red, which is cool. And my monitor is a Samsung 34 Odyssey, a curved monitor. It's running at 164 hertz, which is pretty cool. I do love this monitor. Like I'm telling you, like this completely changed my experience about PC monitors. Really, once you go like ultra wide curved, like trust me, it's hard to go back to regular. I do have a regular over here for this PC because I don't really need another curve. This is just for work. I don't really need a curved screen for work. This would be just fine. It's also a Samsung Odyssey G5. Both of them are G5s. Just this one is not curved, and it's only 28. Yeah, 28. 27. No, it's 27 inch. It's running at 165 too, 165 hertz as well. It's a 2K monitor. This is ultra wide, 3440 by 1440. So yeah, this one has a high resolution. Not by much, but yeah, still a high resolution. So it's perfect, and all the setup, including my router, my NAS is running by uh, this UPS over there. It's like a 2000 AP UPS. It's a monster, a little monster. That's backing everything up. So yeah, and I do have like the software. So yeah, and I do have like one keyboard and mouse that with the switching node USB hub by Ugreen. This is very useful. So if you're running like a dual setup like me, you want to use like one keyboard and mouse, just get this thing. Ugreen USB hub with a switching node. It's very important. So yeah, it's only using like 28% for all the setup over here for this PC, that PC, two monitors, this media server, NAS, whatever, the router, the switch. Oh, and also the direct attached storage, of course, it's right there. So all of this is it's not even getting to 30%. Of course, I'm not putting any load on the computers right now, but I also tested it while it was under load. It didn't reach like anywhere near like it maybe it was 40%. That's it. Like this is completely worth it. Like really invest in a UPS. Trust me, it's really important. Like when you do like a BIOS flashback or update or some other type of firmware, update, or if you're editing a video or playing midway, you don't want the power to get cut up. So trust me, get a UPS. It's important. So yes, I know I rambled off in this video showing my setup and everything, and it was supposed to be all about the CPU. So going back for the CPU over here, yeah, I wanted to get this CPU because this CPU is unbelievable, and I think that was like the one CPU that I should have gotten like a while ago when it came out probably, but no need. I mean, no need to jump on the bandwagon just yet. You can hold it off. I didn't really need it right away too, so it didn't make sense to get it right away, but for the price I got it, it was worth to do to get my dual setup back and running. I used to run here Intel 12 Gen, but I sold it a while ago. I had like a 12 Gen 2900K, I believe, with an RTX 3080, and I had this machine, the 7950X, without the graphics card. I only got this graphics card a year ago because it was on sale, so it made sense to get it, and I wanted to check like how a Radeon graphics card to try it with lower tier Radeon card to see how they are with the software. Instantly fell in love with it. Got the 7900 XTX as well. Yeah, it sure beats like Nvidia when it comes to like the software, and I love it. I just love it. You know, it might not be like a popular opinion, but hey, that's my opinion. That's what I like. You know, to each their own. But and I absolutely love this card. Like, oh my god, like look how beautiful that is. And I managed to get it synced with the IQ Corsair. Like as you can see, it runs with the same color scheme as the fans over here. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I digress. So I got back to the dual setup with the 7800 X3D. Didn't see no reason to get a 9800 X3D or any 9000 series CPU for that matter. No need, waste of money, especially now with when the prices go up like fucking crazy. I had an opportunity to get the CPU for about $350, like $350, which was insane bargain. But that's because I had like a coupon, an in-credit store coupon, like about $100 worth, something like that. So I put it towards the CPU. Had a crazy deal, managed to get it. Zero regrets, zero nothing. This CPU is perfect. And now I have like a separate machine for gaming, separate machine for work. It's all gonna work just fine. When I want to game, I game. When I want to work, I work. I can shut this off whenever I want to work. I shut this off, work. Whenever I want to play, shut this off, play. But I can obviously keep them on. But you know, if I don't want any distractions or anything, yeah, it's pretty cool. So I absolutely love the CPU. I think it's great. I think like anyone who would understand that, who doesn't care like about massive like a small uplifts or anything, like if they only care about massive to jump on like a massive uplift, they would hold off. If you're smart enough, just hold off. Don't get the 9000. Try to find the 7800 X3. It might be hard to get this one too because a lot of people buying these ones too because the shortages from the 9800 X3D, like this is also an issue. So these prices are going up for this one as well. So all I'm saying is if you can try to get this CPU instead, like the 9000 is just not worth it. And especially the X870 chipset, not worth it at all. So yeah, but this is pretty much it. That's all I can say about this chip. It's pretty good. I didn't do any benchmark in this video. There's no need. There's like millions of them on YouTube. This is not a benchmark video. If you don't like it, well, you can dislike my video. I don't really give a damn. This is just like an unboxing video and just me rambling on about this CPU. If you don't like it, well, you can dislike this video. I don't really give a shit about it, so it's fine. It doesn't do anything. So, but yeah, this CPU is definitely can put out. Sorry, it definitely can put out, and I love it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna close off this video. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you stay tuned in the future. I might have some more things coming into this channel soon. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.